That's a crazy idea. Or that's a crazy thing. Why are you, like, pressing macros? Hmm? 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 We are not gonna be on this page for long, by the way. Chat, that's why we are still on the Final Fantasy 14 channel, like, thing. We are gonna do Final Fantasy 14 in 2 seconds, okay? I am currently thinking up an outfit for today. What is the goal? What would be our golden saucer outfit? I don't know. Let's go to Gardania and see. But we gotta find a golden saucer outfit for the event today. So, no plan. May I just say, why is it that every time why is it that I slept, I wake up, and I'm tired? I'm still tired. Why am I yawning? I literally just woke up. What the heck? Also, Jamet, thank you so much for the 70 stream streak, by the way, darling. That's crazy. Thank you so much for the 70 stream streak. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my lovelies, for all of those who have gotten their daily coin, their first, etc. You guys are always sweet, wonderful, lovely. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I gotta keep that for... Shoot, I just remembered it. I definitely gotta keep that. This low-key, I don't need that anymore. So we might change that outfit. I definitely could change that outfit. I'm like trying to think of what outfits to what's the outfit am I gonna wear for the event? Oh, you know what? I don't even need to change it for a bigger outfit. I have the perfect outfit for this. Gongus, I am making dinner. Well, have a good dinner. I hope you're well, Oka. I am sleepy, apparently. Oh, I'm still sleepy. Let's rephrase that. Still is the key word. But I'm okay. I have a bunch of snacks next to me. I have cold water. I have room temperature water. And I am determined to try and stream until a certain point today. The reason why is because it's Bunny's birthday, so we are going to be staying as awake as we possibly can for stream. Nodders. We're gonna be staying awake as much as we possibly can because I am going to be spending time with Bunny anyways. So, nod. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm just trying to get over here. We are back in our Fall Guys outfit, which, to be fair, actually, we probably could change the shoes, now that I think about it. Yeah, we could definitely change these shoes. Right, there has to be something cuter than this. But yeah, we have a, oh my god, these would be cute if they didn't like clip through because of how insane they are. But yeah, we do be chilling. I wonder if I dye this white. Oh, that looks so much uglier when you dye it white. Holy. Holy. Nuh-uh. Also, Dina, thank you so much for the happy anniversary. Thank you, thank you. This is probably the better one. The better option. Genuinely. But they're black. I can't get them to be changed. No. Oh, wait, hold on. Demon. The demon shoes could theoretically work. They are not bad shoes for this. Warden shoes, technically. Yeah, well, let's see. I haven't used these shoes for anything. Is this in any way, shape, or form gonna look decent? If I were to... No. No, not at all. I was like, is that gonna look in any way, shape, or form good? No, it won't. I'm surprised. I'm wondering what the achievement ones are. Because I'm fairly certain the achievement ones I've gotten... Oh, wait, no, the achievement ones are the crowns. Right. There's no shoe achievements yet. yet. But we're chilling for the time being. Smiles. What do you call a psychic lollifill that escaped prison? A small medium at large? That's very funny. That's a very funny one. Glowy! Mm. Guys, I am always going to say this. Cold water is a blessing. Genuinely, cold water is a delight and a blessing. Love it. Also, hi, Bendy! But, what was I gonna say? Oh, I need to start the recording anyways. Hello, Future Hedge. And also, hello, Future Recording. We are currently changing the outfit for my Fall Guys outfit, because we're gonna use this outfit specifically for, we're gonna use this outfit specifically for what we're doing right now. The pure white dye would be perfect here. Because we're not using it. Yeah, that's pearl. Because we're not using it, though. We might have to just accept that we're gonna only have black. Unless we change these to be purple. The same purple as this. What is this purple? Gloom purple? Absolutely not. No. No, I'd rather have the black. Hi, Omfi. I'm gonna KO in a second, but I just need to see the otter. We're gonna try and get the otter today. But we need the outfit first. We need the outfit before we can get the otter. Yeah, we're gonna get the shiny one because we're a winner. Low-key, I do wish that these crowns could be just a smidge smaller, because it would work so well if they were a smidge smaller, dude. I think the false nails will work with like light white. Oh, I can make the. I was gonna say I can make this way worse. Shorts wise. What the fuck? Legacy. Huh. Interesting. This can make it very techy. The stripe pants kind of looks like it's like tech wear with this. Huh. Interesting. Um that looks way too short. I like thought about it. I'm like, no, that still looks way too short. Hmm. The booty shorts underneath the hoodie. Low key, they could kind of work. Low key, they could kind of work. We'd have to, right? And then this is the ones where it's like I would have to actually go up. This Loki could kind of work. This is Loki an outfit I would wear. Wonder if I should just do it tomorrow with the rest of my Golden Saucer weeklies. Uh, your choice. I'm doing it today. We're like, I know for community night we are gonna do it. So for community night we're gonna do it together as well, right? But if you guys start the event now, then that means we could start the event now and then do it all together during community night. You know? What did I switch it with? Oh, here. So I dyed the hands, the nails white. And then I dyed the shoes. I'm gonna check if there's no other color. No, it would be like only this. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just do white. No. For these, wait, no. For these, we do black. We'll keep the black. Right? The only way we're not gonna put the black is if we're going to use one of the other heels that we have. Like this one. Right? In which case, we're still gonna do black probably because these heels are very ugly if they're not in black. We'll do the demon heels here. Oh, okay, hold on. Do I have any accessories? I can't use any earrings, so... Never put necklaces where it's going to just look like it's Never put on necklaces where it's not gonna look good. I think this ring from Ian will look cute. Right hand, left finger, that's index finger. Okay, yeah. I'm me like mentally thinking like which hand is this? Alrighty. We got our Fall Guys outfit for the time being. Smiles. Okay, I have a funny brain worm that came to mind. There's that song, Toka Toka Toka, but could sound like Oka Oka Oka. Oka Oka Oka. I don't know what the song is though. But if you let me know, maybe we can have that. Also, there's an S rank in the Churning Mist. I definitely am way too late to go get this. So I'm not gonna try. Happy affiliate. Thank you, Jen. But yes, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Her name is Oka. She is a streamer. Da na 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 na. Hi Zach, I hope you're doing well. We're just not yapping. We're about to do the event, which by the way, is this chat, how are we feeling about this outfit? How are we feeling about this outfit? We like it, we dig it, we don't like it. Oversized hoodie with like short shorts and long thigh highs. This sounds like the perfect mix for a what's it called, a source girly. Needs more orange, Miles. I will literally like actually poke you. Orange is never gonna be my color. Orange will never be my color. Nuh-uh. I've not seen Oka into Fall Guys drip in a minute. To be fair, it's been a while since I've used it. I still keep it because I'm gonna be real with you. These dyes were expensive. I'm not going to waste it. So I still keep it in my glamour dresser. But I only use it whenever we do any, like... I only use it if we're doing very specific, like, Golden Saucer events, I guess. If it's not just spending an insane amount of time in the Golden Saucer for no reason. Where's the starting point for this? Is it Ul'dah? Right? If it's a Golden Saucer event, the starting person would be Ul'dah, right? Okay. I think I know where they are. So we're gonna go over. Is it this one? Because I saw them when I was walking by. By the way, oh my god, this is so pretty, by the way. Let me, hold on. Before we start this, let me just say, I love when we see Golden Saucer, like, themed items. The Make It Rain event is so nice. Like, look at this, dude. Also, guess what I have? I have 81 golden saucer VIP tickets. We're spending our goddamn money's worth here. Oh my god! I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. You ought to be there. Olia locks eyes with you in a cordial yet slightly desperate plea for help. Hi. Ah. Why, Mistress Oka, what fortune that we should meet again. You've been well, I trust. What is this outfit of yours? I spent a lot of time in Fall Guys. Would that our meeting were under more fortunate circumstances. I'm in something of a bind at the moment, but perhaps that is why fate has guided your steps here. Might I borrow your ear for a moment? I just realized I have not had the music on this entire time. I've had, I've not had game music on. I've had, my other music on. Oopsies! Oopsies, rip hedge in the audio right now. 2 seconds. I need to fix my game sound before I continue. Because my game sound always messes up every single time I open it for the first time. Alright. Alrighty. Would that our meeting were under more fortunate circumstances. I'm in something of a bind at the moment, but perhaps that is why fate has guided your steps here. Might I borrow your ear a moment? Alright. As you may have heard, the Make It Rain event, or the Make It Rain campaign is in full swing at the Golden Saucer. My peers and I are come to advertise the festivities, but we lack the staff required to cover the whole of Ul'dah. I do not wish to impose, but might we prevail upon you for your assistance? You can count on me. Wonderful. It's a great help to us, truly. Pray meet me at the Gold Court. I shall give you a more detailed account of the circumstances. I believe our collaborators are scheduled to perform there shortly. Perform? Hello? Perform? No, I'm not trying to see it. I'm trying to see where. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to go from here. Do you think that after 2 years I would remember how this map works? But because I don't step foot in Ul'dah often, especially not after ARR, like, I really am like, huh? Where am I going? Ah, you've arrived. Ere I begin with explanations, I think it is best to let you first experience this year's main attraction. Oh, I'm going to be so happy. Hold on. People of Ul'dah, lend me your ears. Allow me to present my dear friends, come all the way from the far east. These are the Globetrotter Otters, this year's ambassadors to the Gold Saucer. We bid you join us for the ongoing Make It Rain campaign, where merriment abounds and dreams are made manifest with mounds of MGP. Whether you wish to play the cactpot, raise chocobos, or try your hand at mahjong, there is fun for one and all at the Manderville Gold Saucer. Look at how cute they are! Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep. Look at how cute they are! Globetrotter otters, she said. I've not seen their like before, but now I feel as though I've been missing out my whole life. That's what I'm saying! And if we go to the Gold Saucer, we may encounter more of those furry little gentlemen. I suppose it has been a while since my last visit. The Ori performing there is Mistress Ajisai. She and her otter companions hail from the far eastern nation of Naxia. Ori? Instead of Aura? Is that a terminology for aura that I have not heard? Like female or like aura? Oh, Ori? Am I wrong? I'm told Lord Manderville owed her people a great debt. 'Twas he who invited her troop to lead our campaign this year, an amped choice for their dazzle and delight passers-by with their performances. Ori is the race, as in plural. I'm gonna be so real with you, I've legitimately never heard that till now. I don't think I've heard that till now. If they've ever said it in the Asm Step, I definitely have never heard it be used in the Asm Step in any capacity. I'm not joking. So that's funny. That's very funny. While promotional efforts here at the Golden... Oh, sorry. While promotional efforts here at the Gold's Court are all well and good, we haven't the hands to cover as much ground as we initially envisioned. As such, I thought it prudent to seek out a trustworthy adventurer who could guide one of the otters around town. You mean an also aura points to self? Yippee! You can count on me. Clap, clap, clap. It's the adjective form? Oh. Okay. Oh! Oh my god, look. Hello. Another aura, I see. Ah, this must be our assistant. You can call me Oka. We are most delighted to meet you, lady. Oh, okay. I am Ajisai, and this here is my friend Usosuke. Wait, Usosuki? Yeah, Usosuki. We'll call them Usosuki. Hello. Isn't this grand Usosuki? Lady here is taking you to roam the city. Free. Oh, I love them! Pip, 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 pip. I love them. You say she seems trustworthy, sort? My, that's rather high praise coming from you, and quite rare besides. It's because I'm an aura as well? Point? It's the crown, I understand. It's because I have a nice hat, just like him. You understand what he's saying? Wait, you speak otter? I'm sorry, say that again? I was distracted by your adorable otter. Wait, I'm sorry, say that again? I was distracted by your adorable otter. Oh, so cute. I can scarcely blame you. Their round little eyes, their precious waggly tails, their damp fuzzy heads. Oh, it's all so wondrous. You see, for generations, my home village has lived in harmony with otters. Having spent my entire life with them, I am well accustomed to their speech and mannerisms. In fact, Mistress Ajisa Sai is an avid conservationist who has dedicated her life to protecting the otters and their habitats. A portion of the proceedings from this year's campaign will go towards Nexian otter preservation efforts. Aww! That they will! It is precisely why I wish to bring as many patrons as possible to the saucer. Their support and yours may save countless otters, so your cooperation would be most appreciated. Listen, I know that Square Enix is not going to do this. Listen, I understand that Square Enix is not going to do this. However, I think it would be so prudent for Square Enix during this time to actually have like one item on the store, right? One item on the Mog Station store to be otter themed that will specifically have proceedings go towards an otter conservation, like, you know, habitat. That would be so nice. Riot Games does this all the time where they like will have like a bundle of like the fan favorite guns, and if you spend money on it, like for example for Valorant, if you buy the bundle, then it goes to charity. A lot of Riot does like a lot of Riot Games does like charity events, and they have their own charity hub where they can take the money and spread it towards different like places and different things that are in need. And especially when there's like big disasters, they'll also do that as well. I wish, I understand they're not going to realistically do it because Japanese company and like Square Enix has no real gain to do this, but I think genuinely, even if for publicity, if they were to put like an otter themed anything, even an otter themed poster in the storefront, if they were to put that there and they said half of the proceedings went to help save otters from being like endangered species, for example, like if that was the case, which I'm fairly certain that's not actually the case. If they did that, dude, the amount like of not only good publicity they would have, but also the amount of people that would buy it, if only exclusively for the fact that like it would be helpful, they do it in a heartbeat. I thought you were gonna suggest a campaign like they did with the Kimono Friends anime. They did do a stream on a farm, and it did support the farm. I have not heard of that. Genuinely, I have not heard of that. But like, doing a stream versus having a continuous event where they would be able to have people in-game support it would be, you know, nice. They had a live stream with pigs, goats, and chickens. Aw, that's cute. That's very, very cute. But you know what I mean? We even had chickens, Xenos. A chicken was called Xenos during the live stream. That's very funny. Did it have the biggest dumpy and that's why it was called Xenos? Did it have the attitude where it would kill and slay 1,000 suns and that's why we had it? That is very funny. They will. Hold on. That they will. It is precisely why I wish to bring as many patrons as possible to the saucer. Their support and yours may save countless otters, so your cooperation would be most appreciative. Don't worry, I got it. For promotional purposes, we have prepared you a uniform and a special backpack, not unlike the ones Mistress Aijisai and I are wearing. When you are ready, just say the word and I shall present you with the raiments you require. Oh, I just had this outfit made for the golden... Oh, okay. I had this outfit made and now I lose it? You are ready then. Excellent. Once you have donned your uniform and backpack, pray accompany Master Usosuki as he makes his rounds of the steps of Thal. Usosuki is possessed of a keen instinct for locating crowds. But given the limits of his vocabulary, we'd like for you to speak in his stead and inform patrons of the Golden Saucer's myriad wonders. Ollier and I have a meeting to attend, but once we have finished them, we mean to canvass the steps of Nald with the rest of the Globe-Trotter otters in search of potential patrons. May the Kami of Fortune see fit to bless us both. Alright. Now be a good little otter for Lady Usosuki. Beep. Aww. Oh, bye! Hi, Nuclea. Do keep a sharp eye on Master Usosuki, my friend. Here's your uniform and your backpack. Oh my god. I went from a cute Fall Guys fit to just a straight, like, tourism outfit. What is this? What is this outfit? Listen, like, it's cute. Don't get me wrong. But, like, what is this outfit? Why? Listen, the backpack is the only benefit. Look at the backpack. Dude, I can't believe it. The fact that they had, I can't believe the fact that they literally accidentally had this backpack for such a long time. And people, like, it was the most unintentional publicity stunt that they could have done, which was accidentally having the code tied to another item. So people had the backpack for random reasons. Also, look at the little feetsies that twitch. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh, mother, look, isn't he sweet? I think he's trying to tell us something. Hi, we're having a Golden Saucer event to help save their habitats and stuff. I see, so they're having a festival at the Golden Saucer. Will there be more adorable animals like him wandering about? Yes, there will be. There's plenty of chocobos to meet at the racetrack. There are mascots, a lovable, huggable tender. No. There's a special strategy game just for mammals and minions. There's a special strategy game just for mammals and minions. That sounds like a dream come true. I'd love to see it all for myself. Can we go to the Golden Saucer, mother dearest? Can we? We'll need to consult your father about it. He did recently bring up the subject of taking more family outings, though, so I doubt he'll refuse. Yay! Thank you so much for finding us. If I see you at the Golden Saucer, I'd love to spend more time with you. Beep, beep, beep. Bye! Good job, little one. Beep, beep, beep. We go this way! Suzuki skitters off in search of prospective patrons. Follow him to help spread word of the Make It Rain campaign. That's crazy that they just spawn. Oh my god! Look at all of us! Guys, this is a club. This is a cult right now. this is so cute and yet also so chaotic. Genuinely. I mean, I suppose this is a great way to promote, because if anyone randomly was in Old Daw, they'd see so many people with this exact same outfit, right? Well, I have not seen a classier creature in all of my days. Have you some business with us? Fashion-minded fellow. That is a crazy fit, by the way. Oh, man. Ah, yes, the Make It Rain of a campaign. Lord Guardbird always did have a penchant for dressing his mascots in dignified raiments. And I see you're dressed in some striking accoutrements? Hold on. Accoutrements as well. Tell me, as an aficionado of all things fashion. Thank you very much. At least you approve of my fashion skills. What might I gain from going to the Gold Saucer? The fashion report. You can exchange MGP for all manners of unique garments. You can gain an appreciation for the Manderville aesthetic. You'll love Master Rose's fashion report. I think genuinely the fashion report is going to be fun. You'll love Master Rose's fashion report. Accoutrements? Accoutrements? Okay, thank you. Is that right? I normally have no interest in gaudy amusement parks, but that sounds rather promising. Perhaps it's worth experiencing for myself. Thank you, my fuzzy little gent. You have given me a fresh new perspective on the saucer, and that tuxedo is absolutely flawless, I must say. Pip. Slightly French is because of the fact that they're elves. Pip pip pip. Oh, goodbye. Uzusuki sets off once more in search of potential patrons. Follow him to his next destination. Alrighty. Where is his next destination? Here? Hello, Blue Mage stuff. I will deal with you another time. He's so dapper. Speaking of fashion report, super easy this week apparently, not to mention the bonus is a tasty 96k. Oh my god, you're so right. Actually, no, it's gonna be more. Because if you use the Golden Saucer VIP tickets, it's gonna be even more. Which, by the way, as a small reminder, this is your little reminder. Get your Golden Saucer VIP tickets. If you don't know how to get it, you have to do what's it called? Squadron stuff. But if you do your squadron stuff, once a week you can get like about what, 5 to 10 to 15, something like that, like tickets. And if you complete it, it's really good, and it's gonna be very good for this event because the tickets are only for like what, 2 hours, but it's well worth it if you're gonna be spending a lot of time at the Golden Saucer. 10 tickets per week. Yeah, you can get 10 tickets per week. Honestly, it's worth it. That's still like 20 hours of Golden Saucer bonuses, which is really good. Let me guess. Something's afoot at the Golden Saucer. Huh? Yes. Ah, so the Make It Rain campaign returned, eh? Haven't been to the saucer in an age, but I really ought to change that. We owe much and more to Lord Godbird, after all. With the cactus earring? Was there something he helped you with? You know Godbird Manderville personally. The three of us were Alamegan refugees, you see. The average Aldan didn't take so kindly to us despite our best efforts. Our job perspectives were slim to none, but Godbird Manderville changed all that. He hired the three of us and helped, and more to help build his Golden Saucer. Oh, you guys built the Golden Saucer! Huh. Look at the dapper baby. I don't suppose your companion's tuxedo was based on Senior Sabatin's, was it? It was. Please? Senior Sabatender's a favorite of mine, him and all he represents. Construction on the saucer started soon after the calamity. In those days, Dalamud's aftermath haunted every waking moment of our lives. And yet, despite it all, there was an old Lalafellan man among the workers who loved nothing more than to make us laugh. Every day, he'd think of some new dance or pose to lift our spirits. Some called him the eccentric, but none could deny the joy he brought us. After our work was done and the saucer was built, old Godbert sought that man out and dubbed him the first senior Sabatender. Even now, even if it's not the same man in the suit, I can't help but grin when he strikes his famous pose. Oh, there's an actual story behind the Sabaten. Oh! It ain't much of my business anymore, but keep on spreading that joy to others, just like our friend did. Pip pip. Any road, I didn't mean to talk your ear off. I'll let you get back to it, and don't you worry, we'll find time to visit the saucer. Oh, I didn't know this. Pretty. Pip, 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 pip. With his rounds complete, Usasuki strolls off in the direction of the Gold Court. It would be best to reconvene with him and report to Aijisai. Alright. Also, just as an emphasis, I think... Oh! Back to normal. As an emphasis, I do have it for our... Hello, Nuclea. I do have it for our community members who are in the FC. I will have the jackpot... I will have the jackpot, like, numbers running the entire time. Hello. I will have... Or, sorry, the numbers. I will have the jackpot buff running as much as I possibly can throughout the entirety of the event that's going on, okay? So that will be up along with the heat of battle. Okay. Hello. Welcome back, lady. I must extend my thanks to you once again for accompanying dear Usasuki. You ought to thank lady as... is something troubling you, Usasuki? Beep, 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 beep. You wish to learn Senior Sabatender's famous pose. What inspired this all of a sudden? Huh? Did aught occur during your rounds? Some of the people in the some of the people who created the gold saucer were talking about the story of the Senior Sabatender. Ah, so that is the way of it. I imagine Usasuki yearns to uplift others in the self-same spirit of Senior Sabatender. Beep, beep. Aww. A noble desire, that, and one that can be feasibly be arranged. I shall speak with Lord Godbert and request the tutelage of our current Senior Sabatender. Really? Our patronage has thrived thanks in part to his efforts, after all. Master Usasuki's continued endeavors will be a boon to guests and staff alike. Isn't that wonderful, Usasuki? We may never have made this discovery without your assistance, lady. I am in your debt. Hold on. Oh, they're so cute! They jump so high! Alright, you can count on me. Well then, I believe it's well then, I believe it's high time we made our way to the gold saucer. Yes, of course. Pray meet us there at your earliest convenience, Mistress Oka. Your reward awaits you. Ah, there you are. Allow me to express my thanks again for spending time with Master Usasuki. He and his fellow globetrotter otters took to their posing lessons most diligently. Our current senior sabatender was quite impressed with the results, just as I'm sure our clientele will be. What's more, I am pleased to report that this year's promotional campaign is proving incredibly profitable. It pays to take the Golden Saucer directly to Alda, so to speak, and you were an invaluable asset to our success. In recognition for these efforts, Lord Godbert has expressed interest in personally presenting you with your reward. Allow me to take you to him. Oh? We're gonna go see Dad? Come with me. Oh! Oh, wow! We get like a little animation for this. Wait, that's so cute. We very rarely get these little animations. Especially for like events like this. Oh, look at them! They're learning their best. It's gonna be so nice to hear the Gold Saucer being very lively. Like, it's very rare that we get our Golden Saucer be lively here in Ada, but man, when it is, it's so nice. Hi, lady. Hey. Oh. All dawn. Uh-huh. Godbird! Mr. Mandervilling himself. Lady, welcome my friend to the Gold Saucer. Ollier tells me you have done us a great service, promoting our campaign with a plume. As you can see, the saucer is teeming with... As you can see, the saucer is teeming with satisfied guests. And so, in the spirit of innovation with which I pride my craft, 'tis my greatest privilege to bestow upon you my newest masterpiece. Behold, the backpack! Oh, no, it's just an otter. Tee-hee! Ta-da! I present to you Senior Otter, a mammoth crafted in the likeness of our friend Usasuki. This miniature I keep saying glob. This miniature globetrotter and the backpack we entrusted to you earlier are yours to keep. Oh, we just get a minion, so it's not... They just confirm it's a minion, by the way, not an actual person. Or, like, not an actual, like, otter. We're not endangering the otters by taking one of them. As Ollier may have mentioned, I have pledged to invest a percentage of our profits into otter preservation efforts, and we are off to a most heartening start. On behalf of all involved, you have my heartfelt gratitude. I love Godbert so much, by the way. Genuinely. The Gold Saucer is, and shall ever be, a place of merriment for all who enter, which is why I should hope we can expect your patronage as well. You know I will be here! Until then, know that we eagerly await your next visit. Take it easy, Godbert. Of course. I do love that we had like this little animation cycle. That's very cute. The Mandervillian man. We get the items. We get the items. We grab it. We grab it. Golden Globetrotter. Ah! 10 points. Oh my goodness grief, the amount of people I know that is gonna be here. So, hold on. Minion. Well, we gotta have the minion now. So we're adding to the favorites. And we're calling him up. There we go! So, Senior Otter. This automation brings the Otter to life in the gentlemanly attire of Senior Sabatender, one of the Gold Saucer's beloved mascots. Masterfully crafted by the inimitable Godbird Manderville for an event, it was distributed among select contributors with proceeds to go towards otter conservation efforts. That's very cute. Right? And fashion. We're getting this backpack. It's gonna be here. Look at it! Oh, I can finally have it. I can finally have the backpack. Oh, I cry. Okay, now better question. Welcome, lady. I'm so pleased to see you. Suzuki and the others adore their new posing skills, showing them off to all and sunder. Why, I'm having as much fun watching them as our patrons are. It warms my heart to know their good cheer has made such a profound and positive impression. May they lift your spirits as well. Trying to remember. Usually there's a person. I think it's this one. Campaign attendant. All right. So these are all the weapons, and then Sabaton weapons. I'm looking to see if there's anything I need that I'm missing. Gear. So these are going to be outfits that we like may want later. So the bunny outfit. This one's cute top. Oasis. Pig, coral, Charlene goggles. What the heck? That's very Sunchu-like. What the heck? Sorry. Those are horns. Ishgardian thigh highs. Oh, it's these ones. Okay. Okay, so no. Okay, other. This is where we are actually gonna go. So I have money. We are buying so many of those items. Legal balloon. Okay. And Sabatender, this. I have these 4, so that's fine by me. Is that it for the time being? Shrug. Also, hi Kobe! Happy affiliated anniversary. I hope stream's going well. We just started, but we're already having a fun time because we have, what's it called? We have the gold saucer to enjoy ourselves for. This is gonna be fun later, though. So, yes. This is gonna be very, very fun later. I'm trying to think about it, but for the time being, there's not a lot I can do. If I go and I start working on this, or if I start using my stuff here, it's not gonna be the best time. So I'll save all this later. Because there's not really much we need to do. Right? We'll do all this during community night tomorrow. I have... How much did I have? How much did I say it said I have? I have a little under 30,000 or 300,000, and that's mostly just because of the fact that I did spend my money on the 4 mil and 2 mil mounts already, I believe. So, gotta go do that. Wait, Oka. Based on your questions, there are NPCs to find based on your questions. Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, wait. Let's see the event. As in, where is it? I know for a fact there should be NPCs that we should be able to find. Where are they becomes the question. There's Miles. Where would the, like, for example, I'm guessing that we should be able to see a few NPCs that we know. So, where are they? Why do you only have 233 gil? Do you actually want the answer? Is there none of them here? Do we not have anything? Do we not have anybody here? Or are they all Dawn Trail related and I'm gonna scream? Main stage? Oh, hold on. Which one's main stage again? They were on screen. You can see 2 groups. They were on screen. Okay, that helps nothing right now. 2 in that square. I'm so confused. Are they in main stage or are they here? Also, there's a lot of listen, there's a lot of like people in here. I can't tell the difference between players and NPCs right now. 1 group in the main stage area. Okay. I don't see I don't see anyone in this area. There is one group next to the lift attendant. Uh-huh. It's the Adventure Guild leaders? Oh, you're right! Wait a second. Sorry, because I looked at Limsa's and I don't recognize Limsa's off the top of my head. Right? You're right! They are the guild leader NPCs. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. That's so cute. That's very cute. Where'd you like to go next, ladies? Why don't we try the festive meals they're serving at the lounge? We tavern keeps can never stay away from the food for long, it seems. That's very funny. Wait, that's so cute. That's so cute. If you go straight next to Luena, let's find where Luena is. Okay. There's a is it this one? No. There's a past rising event gay couple. These are so cute. Is it, I was gonna say, is it these two guys? Because I don't recognize them being here. That doesn't feel like. Wrong table? Where, which table? Table next to, Have they not always been here? After those? Oh, they're standing. Beep beep. Precious little things, aren't they? Indeed, I may just incorporate them into my next design. Very cute. Aww. Not Pippin doing a little dance. Ah, that's so cute. Also, hold on, pause. So you're asking me why I have, why I only had 200 gil? I've said this countless times before, by the way. I've literally said this countless times before. I don't keep a lot of gil on me, like, at all times. Genuinely, I don't keep any amount of my normal amount of gil. I just don't like having all of my money in like, a pocket, right? So, like, if I were to look at my summoning bell, I have 27 million here with Okabean. I like keeping my numbers. This allows me to grow my guild without ever having to worry about me ever losing my money. Cause I'll look at something like the 50 mil. I'll look at something like the 50 mil mount, and I'll be like, yeah, I can spend it. It's just that that's less than 50k. I just keep whatever. I usually just keep whatever will make my pockets okay. I never have to teleport. I never have to use money to teleport. So I really don't need money, like gil at all, unless I'm intentionally buying something. Genuinely. So I never spend money for teleporting, so I shrug. I see Ellie. Oh. Hug. Gotta give our lovely some love. Yes. I like that. I literally like that I have 3 people who specifically do, like, what's it called? Who are a part of the ADA Hunt conductors. Or like the ADA Hunt, what's it called? Association. All here, and I see them messaging in the crossword link. Instead of being in like a party or something. That's very funny to me. Also, we're just gonna make sure we have them assigned to train. God, it's gonna be so nice. Okay, straight where you're facing. Can I sell you a sugar glider? I think I already have a sugar glider, do I not? Also, where's the other couple? Just walk forward, there's another group. Oh. Okay, so you said that there's another couple that's meant to be here. Where? Ah, there are not couple. Sorry, let's rephrase that. Yes! Greetings, lady. Lord Hien and I are journeying across the city-states, surveying their ways of life as we go. We're not in total fucking apocalyptic war or anything, by the way. Smiles. No, I thought you said it was another couple. Sorry, I completely misread what you were saying. So I thought of it as couple, not group. Although, I'm not saying that I don't ship it. I'm not saying in any capacity I don't ship it. But I will say, I like Yugiri and Hien. I don't know if I like Hien and Lise more. Because I can see, like, Hien and Yugiri is the loyalty, to king kind of trope. But Hien and Lise are they grew up from the same, they are literally two sides of the same coin going through the same situation, but from different perspectives of the circumstances. And they both are like I'm gonna be real, they both could absolutely be the political arranged marriage kind of like trope. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. But Hien, if anything, is just a himbo. He could just be shipped with anybody, quite frankly. He could just be shipped with anybody. Because he is a baked potato. I will always look at that shoulder and never deny seeing a baked potato. He's just a baked potato loving boy, you know. Greetings, lady. Lord Hien and I are journeying across the city-states, surveying their ways of life as we go. Oh, goodness. We intended only a brief stop at the Gold Saucer, but we did not expect to find the venue teeming with such a charming bunch of Nexian otters. Goodness gracious. Okay, if I click on Hien, it auto-closes the thing. Okay. There is no harm in staying a while longer, surely. She's so cute. Help me, I love you, Giddy. Lady, 'tis a relief to find you taking a well-earned respite for once. I don't think this is the time for a respite. I'm gonna be real with you guys. The Gold Saucer exudes resplendency. One could scarcely find this sort of atmosphere in Doma. Fresh experiences like these make our journey here all the more worthwhile. I shall remember the sight well. Crowds, young and old, immersed in the endless festive ambience. It shall serve as a useful reference while we rebuild. That's very cute. Okay. Okay. Is there... I'm guessing there's no one else as far as we've seen. But there is a lot of people in the Golden Saucer, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're missing a few here and there. There's also a comic artist that makes Toxic Yuri of Yugiri and Isuyu. That's just chef's kiss. Honestly, I could also see that too. Except, how old is Yugiri versus Yotsuyu? Because isn't Yotsuyu like mid-30s? I love seeing like all of the cuties here. Very cute. Alrighty. They are all like 26. I want to see you to... That's crazy. That's a crazy statement. Yeah, I was gonna say Yotsuyu is like 30. Let me check in my book. Yotsuyu is 32. Yeah. Yeah. I remember because you know why? You know why I remember? Because someone was bringing up like talking about the age of people in this game, or like the ages of some of the NPCs in this game, and they're like, listen, Yotsuyu being in her 30s and like having this big crash out over everything that's happened in her life. Honestly, Slay Queen, go get her. But I don't understand Xenos being like 26 and wanting to destroy the fucking world 20,000 times over. You know what I mean? Like, dude, chill the fuck out or so. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now I'm trying to remember. We're doing White Mage. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. We're doing White Mage. It is in... Oh, wait. I'm Conductor. Oopsies. Should be here, right? We're doing White Mage. It should be in... No? Yes. No, Alamigo. Not Alda, Alamigo. That's where we're going. Oh, where is Alamigo? We are going to the Alamigan quarters. Xenos is a zoomer. Also, Sid is 34. Dude, Sid being 34 is wild. But going through Bozja and seeing his traumas, dude, honestly, yeah, he absolutely... It's so cute. It's so cute. I can't keep the backpack on, but I love... I'm sorry, backpack. You must step away for just a moment. I'm gonna cry. Unfun Bozja fact. Listen, I haven't finished Bozja, by the way. The problem is that I have not been able to get a 48 man together. Screams. There is still one or maybe two more people you can definitely find in the other two squares. Probably, but unless they are like characters I will recognize immediately, we'll just continue on. For a whole patch, they shaved Sid's dad. That's crazy. What do you mean they shaved it? He was just terrifying? What do you mean shaved? Why shaved? Why did they shave him? He was already terrifying enough. Why did they need to shave him? That's wild. By the way, chat, can I say something a little silly? I indulged myself a little today. I indulged myself a little and I got a cosmic brownie because I've been missing cosmic brownies for so long. So I got myself a cosmic brownie, even though I definitely could just make this myself. Like, and way healthier or better. There was a bug report about it. That is wild. That is very, very funny. Sorry, I'm seeing a post and I'm like, huh. Who fucking decided that Twitter's first link should be shared to a freaking message board instead of copying the link? That's so dumb. Okay. That's so stupid. Alrighty. He was not built to be shaved. Has Oka ever seen the male aura pizza incident? What are you referring to? Huh? You won't hear any comment from me. Went out to a cafe and got a croissant that I'm still thinking about. Dude, so real. May I share that link to show, may I share that link that shows the comparison? Can you send it to me in, like, DMs? Ruby, just because, one, you can't send links in the chat anyways, and, I don't want you to post it in general chat, because that will spoil people for things. That is so funny. That's so funny. That's crazy! No, he looks terrifying without the beard. He looks so much more terrifying without the beard. That's crazy. When they did the graphics update, it made Boy Ra's faces invert themselves. That's scary. Genuinely, that's terrifying. It would twist their face and pop their eyes out. That's wild. The Aura Pizza incident happened on Dawn Trail release with the addition of the new face bones. They did not correctly fix the animations. That's funny. That's terrifying, and that's funny. Alrighty, chat. Chat, I have until 9 p.m. to keep myself fucking awake right now. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through these role quests as best as I can. For as long as I can. Hello, Senior Otter. Oh my god, so cute. The Butcher's Blade. The struggle to prevent the emergence of beasts grows increasingly desperate. We were hoping you'd stop by. I'll show you to the Commander Aldine, or I'll show you to Commander Aldine at once. All right. Talk me through it, dear. Sir, I've brought her over here. Thank you. You're a welcome sight as always, lady. Aye, and a lot's happened since last we spoke. That was yesterday. We Silver Griffins been keeping busy. As have I and my men. I'm afraid, or as have I and my men, but I'm afraid we've little to show for our efforts. Although we've been searching high and low for the blasphemy, we've seen neither hide nor hair of it. Unfortunately, everyone else has had better luck. We've received reports of lesser beasts throughout Yerebania, and putting them down is as important as hunting the blasphemy that got away. To complicate matters, rumors have been circulating that these beasts were the Skull's kin. While this was true of the recent incident in Alagana, we cannot have people jumping to conclusions, given that they might feel tempted to do so. It has been suggested that we take these individuals into custody, for their own protection as much as the safety of others, but that would only isolate them even further and give credence to the rumors. The recent unrest has hindered the efforts of the Silver Griffins to no end. Therefore, I ask that you aid them in their endeavors, and see if there is aught that can be done. Also, you'll be joined by another volunteer. Try not to be too surprised. Is it Fordola? I thought I felt my ears burning. Ah, hi Fordola. I said I don't need a keeper, but did they bloody listen? Did they bollocks? Come on, don't be like that. This is what you agreed to. Besides, you never know when you might have a need of a healer, and there's none better than Lady. Again, to reiterate this really funny conundrum, never once has I ever been a healer during the Stormblood arc or anything during this art, like during this moment in Alamigo. So very funny that like they've been like, oh yeah, there's no one better than Lady to be a healer. And I'm like, points? Since when have I ever been a healer here? Never! Like, actually. I guess canonically, because of this, right? They notice you on the trains. Yeah, they've noticed me on the trains, and I'm only exclusively white mage during those trains. That's very funny. You know what I like I'm trying to think of how canonically I can spin this that makes sense, right? And I can't use the trains as much as I would like to, right? And I think the only way I can canonically make this make sense in my head and also just in the game, right, is that during the resting point in which I'm not in battle, I am seen in the healer's tents healing and everything, right? I'm helping with the healing processes as well as also fighting on the front lines. But, you know, something there is no rest for me. Entirely slightly off topic. You know, entirely and also slightly, totally not contradicting. I like these two as a couple. I really like these two as a couple. I think the aspect that she has softened up because he has saved her twice, and he is like, he doesn't care about her past because he understands that she did what she needed to do. Like, and they both, especially because both can connect because of the echo, which they don't have there's not a lot of people that have the echo. Like, chef's kiss. I love it. I love it. I love it. Come on, don't be like that. This is what you agreed to. Besides, you never know when you might have a need of a healer and there's none better than Lady. He's right. You've earned a measure of trust, and this shouldn't be taken to mean otherwise. Oh, that's nice. It's good that Robin also, like, extends that, you know? Thick as thieves, are we now? Then there's no need for this sodden collar, we all know it's not coming off anytime soon. But if this is how it's to be, then fine, so long as she keeps out of my way. I want the two of you to visit the Silver Griffin's headquarters in Ghana. Several relatives of the Crania Lupi have agreed to meet with them, and we could do with a measure of precaution. Right. If anyone so much as mentions the skulls, I'll deal with it. Understood? Let's get this over with. She's as much at risk of turning as anyone, maybe even more so. But you don't need the Echo to see the weight she's carrying. She's still not got a handle on her own Echo either. Sometimes the visions come without warning, and with such force that it's all she can do to stay standing. There's no telling what might happen when she comes face to face with the family of her former comrades. So look out for her, please. And like, he cares for her, and also he can very clearly see like what she's going through, and or she has confided in him in what she's going through. Chef's kiss. Love it. Of course. I wish there was more I could do for her myself. And he really cares for her, but he's always a big softie at heart, so no. But we've all got our own duties, and I'll see them through to the end. So must we all. Follow Fordola's lead. We're counting on you both. But be ready to step in, even if she curses you for it. Right. I can only imagine the conversation of us, like, moving through... I can only imagine the conversation of us moving through, Alamigan headquarters all the way over to Alagana is literally just, so why are you a healer? I know you can kick ass, so why did you put yourself in a healer position? Right? I could see Fordola just being like, so what is up with you now? I had a feeling Robin would send you, lady, but as for her, if you've got any complaints, take it up with the commander. No, it's fine. Truth be told, ever since that day at the Royal Palace, I've been thinking. Stop. You don't want to say it, and I don't want to hear it. To the matter at hand, then. We silver griffins have been working to support the relatives of the Crania lupi, but one family has gone missing, a mother and her parents, who lived together under the same roof. One of ours paid a visit, but they were nowhere to be seen, and when they went inside to check, they found the house has been torn to shreds. Thick gouges in the walls and the floors and the walls, made by a beast's claw by the looks of them. You think they've turned? Yes. Aye, that's the most likely explanation. Please do what you must before anyone else is hurt. There's no time to waste. I'll head west, you head east. Right. Alrighty. Cannot be in, Garabania without having the ability to fly. Let's do a minor bit of scouting. Do we think that we'll find any of the Stormblood hunts as we fly over here? So there's only 3 hunts that could possibly be in this present area. So in this water, underneath the waterfall, and also in this area. This area is the most annoying because it is so far out of reach that you have to fly all the way over just to even be able to get here, which is really frustrating. The answer, though, is no, not a B rank or an A rank. You sense a hostile presence. I am Fell Beast. I am a healer, but bonk. Oh, it was Senior Otter who dealt the last blow. Congratulations, Senior Otter. You have done yourself a good job today. Haven't you? Here you go. Pit, 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 pit. Why are you flying? No, you're just doing a little happy jump. Alrighty. In the dirt, you spy an envelope containing a crumpled, tear-stained letter. Read the letter? Yes. Dear Mother, I hope this letter finds you well. Time is short, so I must keep this brief. Although I have never done anything to make you proud, I promise you things will be different when the war is over. Until then, take care and know that I love you with all my heart. Placing the letter back into its envelope, you turn your attention to find the others. I turn my attention back to find the others. Let's go find the others. So we're about to head into another location where there could be a B rank or A rank spawn. And it's this water. So usually I like to call this the lake that Bird gets to drink water. And then the one that is on the far right side or far left side of this map, right, in this area is the area where Bird likes to go and get a bath done. Alright, surveying the area. Bonk. Time-worn wedding ring. Oh no. Discover what appears to be a wedding ring with a name and date engraved on the inside. With seemingly no more clues to be found, you decide to report back to Ragenford. See, you know, this was something I was wondering. I was wondering whether we were going to even get any form of combat as a healer. You know? It's good that we still have combat in this fight or in this role quest instead of it just being exclusive to... Instead of it being just exclusive to, White Mage Antics. Hello. Were you able to find anything? Yep, I got these two. Which, the crumpled letter. Though its contents neither verify nor disprove your suspicions, this letter was most certainly penned by a now-deceased member of the Crania lupi. The outer edge is covered in myriad scuffs and scratches, while the inner is marked with only a name and date, carefully engraved. There you go. Then it is as we feared. I found and killed a third. It was carrying this. Matching ring. I'll deliver these FX to their next of kin and arrange for a funeral. Or as close to one as possible under the circumstances. There's no changing the past. We'll always carry it in the scars, but no matter who we were or what we did, we're Alamegans, then and now. The Empire was our enemy then, and now it's despair. Good words and deeds will serve us best in this fight. Weapons even an old man like me can yet wield. Oh no, we're in cutscene. Oh no, there was an S-rank. Thanks to the two of you, the missing villagers may finally be laid to rest. I and the other Silver Griffins will redouble our efforts to prevent any further tragedies. I finished checking the wares, sir. Everything's in order. Good work. Take a rest, lad. You've more than earned it. Keep this to ourselves. But Evrent's younger brother was a member of the Crania Lupi. He's exactly the sort of person we're trying to help. Like many of the others, he was reluctant to talk to us at first, but after we'd gained his trust, we were able to help him find work. He's taken to it well. Hi. It's her! The butcher! Oh, is he gonna turn because of this? Traitors! All of us! Kinslayers deserving of death and hate. Wait, traitors, all of us. Kinslayers deserving of hate and death. Hate and death. Oh, he's gonna turn immediately. Oh, and she's gonna feel the pain. Ah! Get back! Get back! Oh, nothing we could say or do to stop him from turning. Okay. Oh no, a beast! Oh! Ow! Oh, is she gonna need a healing now? Ugh. Yeah, she got hit in the shoulder there. Ugh. Stay away from her! Fordola saved your girl's life! I know, but she's... Damn. Literally putting her life on the line, her literal life on the line, and that's what she gets. I get it. It's gonna take time, but damn. It happened in an instant, that poor lad. But it had to be done, and without hesitation, would have been much worse otherwise. Could you go after Fordola and to see to her wounds? I'll do what I can here. Of course. Fordola! Fordola, where art thou? The sun is setting. Come on, let me heal you. I'm fine, leave me be. Come on, let me heal your wound. I could tell you're hurt. I said I don't need your help! It's not only your injuries I'm worried about. I'm a healer. Let me do my job. I don't think she's gonna take kindly to me saying the first one. Like, in any capacity. In any capacity, I don't think she's gonna take kindly to me saying the first one. I'm a healer. Let me do my job, Fordola. God, you're like a dog with a bone. Go on then, and make it quick. I don't like the fact that I can't just, like... I guess maybe I could use not generic healing. I wonder if I could. We'll see. Fordola. A coral can't change its spots. And there's no washing the blood off my hands. Nor will I, even if I could. Right. Taking up Garlean's steel was the first choice, but not the last. Like the first kill, the hardest. Every choice after that came easier and easier until I stopped counting, stopped caring. You tell yourself it's right. It's for the greater good. You give the orders, feel the ground tremble as the cannons fire, and when the dust settles, and your own men are buried beneath the rubble, and you tell yourself. No, Fordola, you're not going through this. Me too. I won't let it take you. Always about you. That man in the village. I saw his past. I'm the one who killed his brother. I'll be all right. I just need a moment. Can you wait with me? Of course. Also, hi, Indy. I hope you're doing good. Everything the Skulls fought for, the sacrifices we made, the things we did, in the end, it was all for nothing. Sometimes I look back on the road I walked and the bitterness I can still taste, and wonder, if I'd grown up in another time, another place, would I have done the same to a different people? Was it always in me to be me? You know how I see Fordola? I see Fordola as the other half of the coin to Yashola. Or not Yashola, sorry, to Yotsuyu, right? I talked about how Lise and Hien are two sides of the same coin, completely in what they've done, their circumstances, and how they grew as characters. And I think Fordola and Yotsuyu both are also the exact same thing. They are both the same coin, two sides of the same coin. They both have gone through their own circumstances in which they've gone through their own circumstances in which they like did what they thought that they needed to do because that was how their life has essentially like laid upon them, more or less. Very, very, very interesting. And especially when we look into their past, it's like you cannot push away the fact that they did very bad things, but you can kind of understand where they got to that point, and you can make the argument that, like, if you were in that position, would you also be, like, going with their side? It's hard to tell what path we would have taken if we were in the positions that they were in when, at the time of choosing this choice, or, like, this, path that led to the destruction of, or the betrayal and destruction of their people, you know? Very interesting. Okay, how's your evening going, and how's the sword going? It's going good. I hope you're doing well, Raven. All I know is everyone would have been better off if I had never been born. But I was, and I dragged others into a hell of my own making. I remember these two brothers in particular, childhood friends of mine. The older one enlisted with me, but the younger... Okay, so is this going to be the connection? So one of them is going to become a bad person, or like, sorry, is going to become one of the blasphemies, or is the blasphemy actually? No. Let's rewind. One of them is the blasphemy, probably the younger one, if they're not dead. If they're not going to say that the younger one's dead right now. Thumb up. Does a 3 streak equal free ice cream, Kappa? I'm not promising free ice cream, but if you want free ice cream, you can definitely get it as long as you pay for it. He would never have made it as a soldier. He was too kind, too good. Ensfrid died at Specular Imperatoris, but his brother's still out there, somewhere. Not that I've got the courage to face him after what I did. I hope he's found the life he deserves. Of course. I met a former skull called Rudolph, and you know a young man who survived the fall of Specular Importus. I think both of these essentially go for that. I know a young man who survived the fall of Specular Importus? I already forgot. Who? Did you get his name? Hello? I'm glad he made it out, but too many others didn't. Too many others still need our help. I helped make this blasphemy, and by Ralger, I'll kill the bastard if it's the last thing I do. Anyways, that's enough out of me. I'll head back to the city to make my report. I suggest you do likewise. Of course. And with the sun setting down, it's a good conversation with Fordola, I will say. Very, very sweet conversation with Fordola. Me grab chip. Crunch on chip. Bumch. Listen, there's very little moments in which I'm not talking, so I'm gonna take every moment I can to crunch on chip. Welcome back. Fordola's already given her account, but I'd like to hear yours too. It should be more or less the same as hers. So, she almost turned into a beast herself. We'll have to take that into consideration before sending her into the field again. As far as the events of Algana are concerned, the two of you did well. Despite the appearance of several beasts, you were able to prevent any further casualties. However, this serves to confirm that those with connection to the Crania Lupi should be considered at risk of turning. Over the years, many of them have drifted away from the larger settlements and have taken to living in secret. Others made their way to Alda as refugees, including some individuals of interest. As such, we'll be working closely with the Immortal Flames to locate and offer the support to those refugees in particular. In fact, I plan to make the journey there for an audience with the Sultana. Once my preparations are complete, perhaps you might accompany me. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Of course. Alright. A new battleground. Here to see Commander Aldine, I take it. This way, please. He's just about to set off to go see the Sultana. I saw you not of even 5 minutes ago, Oka. Our request for an audience with the Sultana has been accepted. Before we depart, I'll share what we've learned since last we spoke. The blasphemy continues to elude us, all the while driving others to succumb to despair in turn. Even with Alamegan and Aldon forces searching for the signs of the beast and more potential victims, we've yet to discern a pattern in the chaos. Nevertheless, if our blasphemy is like others, its behavior is likely dictated by the passions and regrets of the man it once was. Therefore, any information concerning him and the life he led may help us to track it down before it strikes again. We don't want people to shun the families of the skulls any more than they already have, but the fact remains that the vast majority of the beasts have been born from them. They're the ones at greater risk of turning, without question. Fordola concerns me too. She came close to transforming once before, so I think it might be best if we keep her out of this one after all. Seems like a waste of a capable soldier. She deserves a chance to make amends. I don't think taking her out is a good idea. I'm inclined to agree with Lady. She was able to resist the transformation and has shown no sign of succumbing since then. If she wants to do her part, I say we let her. He doesn't want her to turn! If only I can go in her stead. Actually, I was hoping you'd come with us to meet the Sultana. I believe she would benefit greatly from your understanding of the struggles our people face. You'd gain from the experience too. While she's not the sort to brandish a sword and charge into battle, you'll soon discover she's a champion of her own arena, as brave as any warrior. So someone who might be able to, like, understand, like, someone who's a warrior, not in fighting capability, but in wits and conversation. That would do well for him. I doubt you'd have much to learn from the likes of me, but it would be an honor to make her acquaintance. No. Don't talk to yourself. Don't talk about yourself like that. Arenvald and I will go on ahead and wait for you in the hustling. Husting. Goodness grief. I always say hustling strip. It's husting strip. And wait for you in the husting strip. We'll see you anon. Quest accept. Oh my god, the amount of people here. Dude, if Ul'dah wasn't already, like, packed, it's just gonna be so much more packed because of these moments. What is this one? Paladin? Level 80 Paladin. I have not done that yet. Hello. Master Papashan has been... Sorry, Master Papashan was just telling us that Nanamo, or should I say Lady Lilira, has gone on another of her jaunts about the city. Though it is not my place to question her grace's judgment, I do wish she had consulted me before running off on her own, and perhaps I'm overthinking it, but it's unlike her to keep guests waiting. Papashan, you have to understand. There's festives happening. There's an otter troop here. Of course she's going to be out and about. I may say so, sir. With the blasphemies appearing throughout the land, it's a dangerous time to be going for a stroll. But the otter troop is here. I think it's worth the risk. I suspect that that may be the very reason. She wishes to see for herself how the citizenry fare in these trying times. Even so, it's downright reckless. We'll find her, though. Of course. No, I couldn't possibly allow such esteemed guests to... Come now. We might be here on official business, but we're old friends, and as you may remember, I have a knack for tracking down errant sultanas. Some might say that knack is a rather charitable ahem. I should be glad of the assistance. I'll take a look around here. Quizzing the locals will give me an opportunity to learn of recent going-ons in Ul'dah, too. Well then, there's no time like the present. Fear not. With me on the case, this'll be over before you know it. I know how to deal with her. Where is she? Go over here. Yes, Robin? It's been some time since I last combed these streets for young Lilira. As a matter of fact, Papashan and I would compete to see which one of us could find her first. As I recall, most of the contests ended in my favor. The trick, you see, is to look past the disguise and pay attention to the gestures and mannerisms. The tiniest movement that might give her away. Come, I'll show you how it's done. Oh. Follow my lead. Alright. Wait, hold on. She's fond of perusing the stalls here. You really know her well. I love Robin and our lovely Sultana. Oh. I'm like smacking into everything right now. If she's not here, where could she be? What if she's been abducted? Oh my god. Oh my god, he actually... Hold on. This way! Yeah. She's fine. In one of these pots? Perhaps not. Oh my god, he's so worried! Robin, she's fine. I've never known her to be this elusive. He's so worried. Hey, it's okay, pet. Oh, goodness grief. That's odd. I've tried all her usual haunts, so unless she's hiding inside a barrel or something equally nonsensical, she must be elsewhere. Gods, why did she choose now of all times to run off? What if she's been abducted? Or run afoul of a beast? Don't worry, I know exactly where she is. Points to the golden saucer. There's no need to assume the worst. We should keep looking. Perhaps we could try asking around. Let's not assume the worst. Let's just keep looking. It's okay. Oh, you're right. I know that, but that's... Sorry. You're right, I know. But it's hard not to worry. Where could she be?
Come to think of it, something Papashan said caught my ear. He thought Nanamo went on this excursion because of the emergence of the blasphemy and the beast, to better understand how her people are coping with the situation. If so, she'd be driven to seek out the most desperate and destitute. Pearl Lane, then! Why'd I ask you to lead the way? I'll admit my ability to track missing persons may have dulled somewhat. That's very funny. Pearl Lane has ever been plagued by pickpockets and the like. I'll watch your back, so go ahead and give the search for Lileron your full attention. Okay, we are meant to go over here. Go through this area. I do love this follow, like, mechanic. I think that this follow mechanic is so nice. Well, what's up with Pearl Lane, by the way? Well, it may not be immediately obvious, conditions here have improved considerably of late. Her Grace continues to support the rebuilding efforts of Garabania, which has led to the creation of jobs for many of the locals, both here and on the other side of Balzar's wall. Good to note. What do you think about the poor, Robin? In every society, there are the haves and the have-nots, and seldom is this divide more sorely felt than here in Ul'dah. Many of the young and able-bodied work for Lolorito as guards, though he earns more in an afternoon more than most will in a lifetime. It's fair. Hi, Viper. One day we'll get to you. See, I told you! Look! The festives are right there, Robin! She's just here for the otters! This is such a perfect time for me to do this event. Or to do this part of the role quest during this event. No. Lady Lileron? Ah! Robin? Whatever are you doing here? She was not told that we were meant to be here, and that's why she was out and about. And Lady too! While I'm glad to see you both, our meeting is not yet due to commence for several bells. What is the meaning of this? We were worried, and with good reason. These are far too dangerous times to be roaming about alone, Your Grace. Ha! Some things never change, but I assure you I am quite capable of looking after myself in my own city of all places. More importantly, I wish to observe firsthand how the people have been faring of late, and that I might be better prepared to participate in our discussion later. But I have finished, and you will be comforted. You will be comforted to hear. Then pray allow us to escort you to more amendable surroundings. Would you care to ride on my shoulder? Certainly not. You have already attracted more than enough attention. Well, poor Robin. I got this. All right. I love them. Your Honor, I love them. They're so cute. Okay, gotta go back. Should be able to just literally walk up here. Go here, go down, and go here. Ironbolt? I had every faith you and the commander would find her. Papashan? I have a feeling that search would have taken rather longer if Robin had been left to his own devices. That's funny. Back in this very, very large dress. Goodness. I thank you all for making the journey here during these difficult times. And it is my pleasure to properly make your acquaintance. On behalf of the people of Eorzea, allow me to express my sincerest gratitude for your continued dedication to our cause. With respect, Your Grace, I am just a With respect, Your Grace, I am just a soldier. Was a soldier. Still, I say, Commander Aldine would not make such a distinction, and neither will I. You yet serve your people and have provided solace to many of Alamigo's most valuable. If we are to deal with this threat, we must forearm ourselves with knowledge. I understand you come bearing information regarding the blasphemy and its victims. You have indeed. Yep. Yep. Hence the need to locate families of Crania Lupi. Hence the need to locate families of Crania Lupi members who have fled to Thanalan. There's no end to the struggles faced by Alamigan refugees, and those who once pledged allegiance to the Empire are no exception. But rest assured, irrespective of their past, all will be treated with an even hand. All will be afforded such aid as I am able to provide. Magnanimous as always, Your Grace. Of course. If I might be so bold, I have a question. What do you have in mind for those most at risk of undergoing the change? I believe there is but one recourse. Earnest and open dialogue. While some are born into unimaginable wealth, others suffer great hardships and oppression. The circumstances of our birth are beyond our control. Our fate subject to the whims of the gods, some would say. I once thought myself a prisoner to my fate, a figurehead, helpless to watch on as my people starved, a powerless puppet. I wanted nothing more than to cast it all aside, to free us all, but failed for my naivete, and then was afforded a second chance for my privilege. The world is unfair, terribly so, but we have the power to push back against the inequalities and injustices, if not overcome them on blessed occasions, to love our neighbor and share in life's bounties, to open our hearts and come together as one. Truer words are never spoken. But without the support of the people, such words are not but vain platitudes. Thankfully, my recent attempts to make inroads with the monasteries have met with some success. Despite differing views on many subjects, we yet strive to find common ground. Common ground. We've been pouring all of our efforts into aiding families of the Crania Lupi, and while it seemed to help to a degree, some have still succumbed and turned. Of course, they're not the only ones in danger. Alamegans everywhere, whether they sided with the Empire, fought for the Resistance, or were caught in the middle. They all suffered. They all wake up in the night at times, haunted by memories of death and despair. We know what can happen if those feelings are left to fester. The legacy of the Imperial occupation will not soon be forgotten, but rather than seek to forget, mayhap it is necessary to remember, to acknowledge and accept the truth of it, that they may properly mourn those they have lost. Aye, a remembrance. I propose we hold a memorial ceremony for those who died during the war. Everyone, no matter who they were or what they did, let them be loved, let them be hated, and above all, let them be remembered. And in the remembering of the dead, in their honor and their sin, we, the living of Alamigo, may yet find a sliver of common ground. It's a noble sentiment, but bringing together people who have reason to distrust one another and risk inflaming tensions could be a recipe for disaster. Then again, we can't keep ignoring the married in the room and do nothing to adjust the situation. As long as we leave it to the individuals to decide whether or not to attend the ceremony, I think it's worth a try. Organizing an event of this scale will require a great deal of effort, so I offer my full support. Once you know what's needed, come to me and we'll put the plan into action. Of course. Obviously, some will balk at the idea, which is perfectly understandable, so I'll be listening to their opinions as well. After all, we want it to be a ceremony that brings Alamegans together. Right. I was wondering, Your Grace, if I might ask about your approach to, well, talking to people, winning them over, as you can tell. I'm no politician, so I'd be grateful for any advice you can share with me. Why, I would be delighted to. As a matter of fact, I have a number of matters I wish to discuss with you. And on that note, I suggest you and I return to Alamigo. Of course. it is only a meager 2 a.m. here in El Amigo. Eorzean time, my butt. There is not enough time in the world for us. I knew our Arenvald would make a good impression, but he's outdone himself. Not only has he found a new avenue in life to explore, he's taken it to it with considerable aplomb. And while his proposed memorial service ceremony is bound to have its detractors, I have faith that many will come around. Not all, but enough, I pray. For our part, we must stand at the ready for whatever may occur. I shall send word if there are any developments. Alright. Goodbye! Alrighty. I'm going to take this as a moment to stand up and take a very minor break. I need to like walk around to keep myself awake for a second. There is going to be a 3-minute ad break hitting like right now. So if you guys want to take this as a moment to stand up, stretch, get food, get water, anything, then please do so as well. Okay, my lovelies? Please take it easy where you are able to. We will be right back soon enough, okay?
Okay. I went, I stood up, washed my face again to keep myself up, and I went and walked outside for a little bit. A little bit of walk, even if there's no sun, is still good. Also, you haven't missed Endwalker MSQ. We're still doing role quests, by the way, Spooky. Trying not to accidentally like roll onto the my blanket. I see what's the problem. Okay. I was just getting my OTTER events. I did too. So we're still working through role quests right now. Very cute backpack and minion. Very cute minion. Look at the baby. Backpack too, but I'm not able to wear it. Cries. There is an S rank and as is law. But it is okay. It's already probably dead by this point. There you are, lady. Commander Aldine has asked me to convey to you the following information. At present, we are looking into reports of missing relatives of the Crania Lupi. With the cooperation of the Silver Griffins, we're currently searching for any clues as to their whereabouts. Thanks to the concerted efforts of Ragnarfjord and the others, the general public has been willing to cooperate with our investigation. Though many still harbor feelings of distrust for the collaborators and their kin, they've grown more receptive to our cause on the whole. Arenvold's been making steady progress in preparing for the memorial ceremony. He plans to host a meeting between the various community leaders to go over the finer details. In fact, he was wondering whether you could assist in delivering the invitations. If you can spare the time, you should be able to find him in the Mercantile District. Anyways, that's all for now. I have a few other matters to attend to, so if you'll excuse me, duty calls. Alrighty, goodbye! Alrighty. Let us zoom. Get back to here. Hi, Arenvold. Thanks for coming. It should come as no surprise that planning a memorial ceremony for a whole bloody nation would keep a man busy. But by Ralger, this is something else. The hardest part has been gathering information on those who died in the war, especially when it comes to the skulls and other conscripts, and they're the ones we need to treat more carefully. If we don't acknowledge the crimes out of our kin in all their painful truth, then we do a disservice to their victims, living and dead. But if we let people paint them as monsters who did monstrous things that we believe we would never do, then we perpetrate a different but no less dangerous lie. As for preparing the event itself, I'll be holding a meeting with members from each of the settlements around Garabania. I've sent invitations to most of them already, but I was hoping you'd help me with the last two. There's Miraz Nun in the Peering Stones and Sarisha in Viramilia. I'll give you one for each. Okay, so Peering Stones and Vera. Okay. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they refuse, considering how their people suffered at the hands of the skulls. But I hope we can remind them that deep down, we're all just people trying to survive, to protect our loved ones. We may have driven the empire from our lands, but as long as we hold fast to the grudges born of their attempts to divide and set us against one another, we'll never be free of their legacy of cruelty. With that in mind, I've included an account of my experiences with the Silver Griffins and the people I've met. Victims, collaborators, their friends, and their family. Men and women who lived through it all. Survivors. Even if they refuse to join the ceremony, at least they will know, and hopefully understand, our reasons for holding the event. Granted, I've not had much practice in writing important letters, but I think they'll get the message. You being the one to deliver them will make a world of difference, I'm sure. Take care, won't you? Let's see. The weight of the words within is almost intangible, in addition to the weight of the paper itself. Interesting. Okay, so we gotta go to the Peering Stones. Alrighty. Hello! Greetings, friend. It has been too long since we last spoke. What brings you to my village? Hey, you have an invitation? Here you go.
So the rumors are true. I need not read this letter in full to know its contents. I understand that Ragnarfrid's volunteers are working to support the families of those lost in the war, which few will deny is a worthy cause, but to include the relatives of the Crania Lupi. Skulls watched the Empire slay us in our thousands, and still they turned their cloaks and fought for our oppressors. And you would ask us to mourn the deaths of these curs alongside their victims? I only ask that you read the rest of the letter. You have every right to be angry and to refuse. Arnvald wishes only that you read his account before coming to a decision. Huh? To dismiss it out of hand would be discourteous. Very well. Read. Family. As none, my tribe is my family, and I know all too well the responsibility that brings. I would do anything to protect them. Anything. Loyalty, pride, conscience, my very soul. All are meaningless if I cannot ensure the safety of those I love. I suspect some skulls have been faced with the self-same choice, but to see how their kin suffered, I cannot say I do not understand, though I wish that I did not. Their crimes will never be forgiven. They cannot be. But I and any others who are willing can offer our prayers for those tortured souls and the men they could have been. Of course. Right. I accept the invitation, not on behalf of the M tribe, but as Miraz Nun, though I will put the question to my people that they may decide for themselves. I am also eager to make the acquaintance of the person who wrote this letter. He is not wont to turn a blind eye to the bitter truth, painful though it is to confront. The meeting will be the perfect opportunity to take his measure. Of course. Alright. And we gotta go fly a little bit. So. 1, 2... Eat. Just realized, is my arm rest is a little too low? It has been. Alrighty. Welcome to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit. Here's an invitation. Then it is as I suspected. There have been rumors that such a ceremony would take place. Although you have traveled far to make this invitation, I must decline. We cannot mourn the loss of the fallen if the Crania Lupi are to be counted among them. Like the Kalyana, they choose to aid the Garlean oppressors, killing and bleeding for those who will pillage our lands, cowards and traitors all. And are we to assume that the Kalyana who died fighting for the Empire will be honored as well? If so, that is all the more reason for us to refuse. That is your right and no one will say otherwise. I come only to present a letter and to ask that you read it in full. Arnvald understands and accepts that you might refuse. His only request was that you read his account and then decide. Arnvald understands and accepts that you might refuse. His only request is that you read his letter and in full. Please. If you insist. No one was spared suffering in the occupation. Not the resistance, not the collaborators, not the families of both. No one. That so many would die in shame and ignominy, having sold their souls only to lose everything, is a tragedy and a lesson. If they are forgotten, then the lesson of their folly is forgotten. For the sake of this land we call home, I will join you in remembrance and implore my people to do the same. In mourning, may we strengthen our ties with our neighbors as well. By together facing our past, we can focus on a foundation for lasting peace and prosperity. It would be my honor to attend the proposed meeting, and I look forward to personally thanking your friend Arnvald for his dedication. I and my peers have much to learn from the example he has set. Huh? Thank you. Mika! Thank you for your daily coin.
Still a cute fit. Love it. Hi, Arnvald. I know you're waiting for me by the Aether, right? So how did you fare in the fringes? For the most part, it went well. He said that about me? It's rare for me to get such glowing praise, especially from renowned leaders like Sarisha and how do I get this? Mraz, none. More importantly, though, they agreed to attend the meetings, and I've got you to thank for that. After all, I imagine it's hard to turn down an invitation when it's handed by the Warrior of Light herself. Before I get ahead of myself, though, I must remember that this is only the beginning. Bringing everyone together is one thing. Coming to an agreement on an extremely diverse issue is a different kettle of fish entirely, as Her Grace was quick to point out. But as she's taught me, if our cause is just and our hearts are true, those of like mind will surely answer the call. And answer it they will. While there are bound to be differences of opinion, I'm sure there's nothing we can't overcome if we put our minds to it. To that end, I was hoping you could join us, if you've the time to spare. There are still a few loose ends Riganfrid and I need to tie up beforehand, so we'll meet you in the palace as soon as we can. Just having you there will make a world of difference. Of course. Alrighty, time to go to the palace again. Ooh. Here for the meeting, yes? Yep. So while we all agree upon the importance of the ceremony, we recognize that the inclusion of the crania lupi will be distressing for many. I too lost family at their hands, and I would never ask others to forgive and forget. But for all their crimes, they were Alamikans, just like us. None made the decision to side with Garlemald easily, or lightly. They had a choice, and they chose to betray us! Who among us have not made difficult choices for kith and kin? And do not forget that Fordola chose to stand between us and the Primal. What does that have anything to do with it? Ah, they're all fighting. I'm gonna be so real, I have forgotten entirely that that creature on the left exists to begin with. Also, hi Alden! Brothers and sisters, arguing will avail us not. The fate of Alamigo rests on my shoulders and yours, on those of every man, woman, and child that carries these lands home. To uphold our honor, to strive for prosperity, to protect our loved ones, we all know the weight of these responsibilities. So that self-same weight which drove many of our people to serve our oppressors, misguided as it was. And though they chose a different unconscionable path, in the end, we all wanted the same thing. To deliver our families from persecution, that they might live to see one more day, because another day in shame and self-hatred was still better than none at all. The regretful dead are survived by their despair, a despair which threatens to drag us all into an abyss from where there is no escape. Know that it surely will if we welcome it into our hearts out of disdain for those we cannot forgive. But we Alamigans will not be so easily defeated. We will stand united and conquer this menace. Every Alamigan who fought and died did so in the hopes that one day we would be free. And we are free. We are free. By the blood of our fallen brothers and sisters, we are free. Free to lock away the pain and pretend it has no power over us, until it festers and takes us in our beds. And free to lay it bare and let it breathe. To acknowledge and to mourn our people at their best and at their worst. The past is ours to bear, all of it, for others and for future generations, so that they needn't suffer like we did. Let us make Alamigo a nation where no man is left behind, where he can make all the wrong choices and still be afforded the chance to make a right one.
That went better than any of us could have hoped for. You have my gratitude for your part in the proceedings, but we both know who the real hero of the day was. This was all Arenvald's idea, and it was his words that finally won over the naysayers. Now that we have the community leaders on our side, we should have a much easier time convincing the rest of the citizenry. Of course, holding the ceremony is by no means our final objective. No matter what we say, some will refuse to attend. It is my hope, however, that it will still serve to provide a measure of closure for us all, and to ease the plight of the vulnerable and ostracized. Speaking of which, you will recall the incident with Fordola in Algana. The young girl she saved and her mother wished to thank her personally. Considering what happened last time, though, I have my reservations. It would be a valuable opportunity to present a former skull in a more positive light. On the other hand, I don't need to tell you how unpredictable she can be, and that's before taking her echo into consideration. But that's a conversation for another day. Go and get some rest. You've earned it. Yeah, I'm gonna go definitely get some rest. Yeah. Anyway, so Hunter. So, hi, Irie. Oh, salted Venerian cod. Interesting. Something terrible has happened. What has happened? I literally was standing right here. It's Fordola. She's escaped. What? She was accompanying a squadron out on a training exercise. One moment she was there, and the next she was gone. I didn't think much of it at the time, but she's been acting strangely ever since she went to meet that mother and child. You know, the ones who wanted to thank her for saving the girl's life. When I told Commander Aldin about it, he went charging off to Alagana to ask them if they have any idea where Fordola might be. I thought about going after him, but when I heard you were heading this way, I reckoned it'd be better to send you in my stead. Godspeed, lady. Okay, go back to the peaks. Oh look, the B rank spawned here. Hello. Are we watching over the B rank over there? Lady, I wasn't expecting to see you here. You've heard what happened then. Just as Fordola was beginning to earn our trust, she's given us the slip. As you may know, she wears a choker enchanted to prevent exactly that. If I were to give the order, she would be dead within moments. And she knows that. She took the risk anyway, so I have to believe she has a good reason. That's what we're looking into now. We were hoping Clarella and young Lily here could shed some light on the matter. Right? We'd like to ask you about your conversation with Fordola, if we may. Yes, of course. I know she's the butcher, or was at least, but it didn't seem right to go without thanking her. That's why I requested the meeting, to express my gratitude and my apologies. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke, as if she weren't even listening. But then I remember I mentioned the blasphemy, and she looked at Lilia, and all of a sudden clutched her own head and cried out in agony. Huh? The echo. Yep, the echo. Can you remember what you were thinking about at the time? Man, the one I saw in the city. What? Who? Did he have something to do with all those people panicking? I think he did. When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. So, younger brother? He looked poorly, so I asked if he was all right, and he said yes. He had a nice smile. He looked poor is a crazy life, like, conversation. He got up and started walking, but then... He was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened I didn't want to talk about it, not even to Mum. I wish he'd said something sooner. I'm so sorry, Puppet. This is my fault for leaving you on your own. The man who turned into a blasphemy, I'd wager. The girl saw him, which means Fordola has now seen him too. There was one other thing. When Fordola was having her, funny turn. She said something. Charlie? No, Charlotte, I think. Yes, that was it.
Ring any bells?
Can't say it does, but if he has anything to do with the skulls, the Silver Griffins should have some information on him. We'd best have a word with Ragnarfrid then. Right. You've both been very helpful. I'd like to also thank you for being so kind to Fordola. She may not have said it, but I'm sure it meant a lot to her. Right. I have a couple more things I'd like to ask, so I'll catch up with you later.
Right.
Nod.
Charlotte, you say?
Yes, that name came up during our recent investigations. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation, and his whereabouts is currently unknown. He had an older brother named Ansford, one of the Crania Lupi, which would give him a connection to Fordola. Is there anyone who can tell us more about him? Yes, an uncle, who we recently helped find employment here in Ghana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for him. You'll most likely find him working at the Sleeping Stones. As it happens, I was planning to bring him something to eat. I'll join you there shortly. We gotta go up here. Also, I think they mean in poor health, not in poverty. It's just funny the way that they had that, like, stated. Definitely could have been one or the other. I said it was probably the other. But I understand totally. Like, it definitely was likely, it very much likely was, in poor health. By the way, my lovelies, I really hate doing this. I really hate doing this, but I'm not joking. I don't have enough disk space to continue the recording. I will finish this this quest, and then I will have to stop because I need to actually, like, delete some VODs, old VODs and stuff. And unfortunately, I will have to just stop here because of that. Because I can't do it while I'm streaming. Perhaps we should have asked what he looks like. Yeah, that would have been a great idea, you know? Still looking, eh? That's him over there. Also wandering, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Just in time, thank you, wandering. I hope we're not interrupting. No, of course not. It's good to see you, Ragnarfrid. Raganfrid. My word, the Bull of Alamigo and the Champion of the Alliance. What brings such esteemed guests to our humble, quarry? At ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to ask you about your nephew. Charlotte, you found him! Not directly. No luck yet, then. Is there anything else you can tell us? More about his childhood, perhaps? Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. His parents and I swore allegiance to Garlemald to secure ourselves and our kin citizenship for all the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen who treated us as pariahs. Took its toll on him and his brother, to be spat on as his traitors by association. One thing led to another, and Ansfrid, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. That's how it started, you know. The Crania Lupi. Guy has his loyal little puppies. Do you remember the names of these friends? Yes, they had quite the reputation growing up. There was Rudolph, and the angry little girl who'd grow up to become the butcher herself, Fordola. Charlotte was a part of the group too, yes, but from what we've heard, he chose not to become a soldier. Wouldn't have lasted a day in training. He knew that better than anyone, of course, not that it helped him to feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for their deaths, for not stopping them when he had the chance, for not being strong enough to fight by their side, maybe save them, maybe not, but he wasn't there and he wished he had been. Then one day he was gone. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. We're gonna kill him, but yeah, thumbs up. So do we. Thank you. The information you've shared should prove useful, and for you, I've brought some food. Why don't you call it a day and go enjoy it with your family? Here you go. Thank you. Let him have the peace for now. Back to Ghana. So if you guys want to know how much disk space I currently have, right? If you want to know how much disk space I currently have before ending this recording, right? Or before we finish this quest. Right now I am slowly dropping down from 400 MB right now. It's not a lot. This is going to be very tight if I'm going to lose the last part of this recording. So I'm going to hope we're gonna get this through. So not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlotte himself was a childhood friend of Fordola's. I'm told he refused the support of the Silver Griffins as well. He's been trying to make his own way for some time now. Otter, I don't think you should be on that table right now. His brother and his friends died at the Specular Imperatorus, save for Fordola, and the gods only know how he felt about her after that. Or how Fordola felt about Charlotte after seeing Lilia's memory of him transforming into a blasphemy. Brother of a man she killed and a childhood friend besides. She thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran. To kill the beast. What the fuck just popped up in front of me right now? I never thought I'd say this, but I'm worried about her. Fordola is a survivor and an outcast herself. Exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. You've seen for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make, and if you can learn to feel sympathy for her, maybe others can too. I think we have enough information for the time being. Let's return to the city and plan our next move. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like on 300 megabytes right now. I'm like, it's slowly dripping like down fast. So I'm trying to finish this quest so I can end the recording right now. Rip Hedge, by the way. So yeah, I have to end the recording early because of this, which means I'm not going to be able to do the rest of this now, which sucks. I'm not even joking, guys. I've assigned a few of my soldiers to assist with the Silver Griffins in investigating Charlotte's background. With any luck, we will find him quickly, and then we can prepare for what must come after. We're all but certain Charlotte's the one who transformed into a blasphemy, and so there's naught to be done but put him out of his misery. As for Fordola, I've put Manago and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they've found her, they have my permission to lend whatever support they deem necessary. If it comes to it, I may ask you to join the search. Until such a time, I ask that you take this opportunity to rest. Alrighty. That is gonna be the pause for the recording right now. I'm going to post this. I'm gonna post this in general because this is funny. I'm gonna post the actual disk space available. Man, I miss when 2.8 megabyte floppies were considered big. I know, right? We're approaching floppy disk territory. This is very funny though. But yes, thank you guys so much for spending time. I think that's probably where I'll also just call the stream. As much as I don't want to end the stream right now, there's not really much I can do regarding it because I can't continue MSQ, and I could do the MGP event, but we're just gonna be sitting here yapping the entire time, and as much as I love doing that, I have a birthday party to attend to tonight, aka Bunnies! birthdays, which by the way, again, reminder, Bunny's birthday is today. I will probably ping it in the server to have you guys say happy birthday to Bunny, because we love Bunny in this household. So yeah, thank you guys so much for spending time. I know this was I know this week has been really bad with like having long streams and proceeding with the story. I'm also gonna be so real with you, chat. Little bit of TMI. I'm not feeling the best for womanly reasons, so of course I would rather like take a break if I need to right now. Okay. So I should be fine and better. Well, I say I should be fine and better next week. We're gonna figure that out, whether that's the truth or not. We might spend the entire next week also doing role quests and finishing that, knowing me. So we'll do our best with what we can. But yes, my lovelies, reminder that today is the last day for the 5 subscriptions for the original Sunshoe badge. So if you want to get it, today is your last day. I believe you guys can still subscribe even without me being live. So if you guys want to go and get it so that you guys can just have it, it is the end of the day today. That should be the case. So that should be in a couple of hours from now, but for very obvious reasons, we don't want to risk that. So just letting you guys know that is the, that is the possibility, you know? That is a thing to consider. I am currently looking around to see who is alive, what's happening. I see a Huchu who is currently doing post ARR as a new Warrior of Light. So guess where we're going? Exactly. We're gonna go over to Huchu right now. Thank you for stream. Take care, y'all. Happy birthday. What the? When I got a gift sub the other day, I didn't know you were playing 14. I am so sad. Hi, Sheep. Yeah, I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 yesterday and today. Then again, you might have gotten the gift sub on Wednesday, now that I think about it. So yeah, you're right. Hey, I've been playing Final Fantasy 14. I play it every single week as much as I possibly can. I actually am ending stream early because I don't have that much space in my recording, and I need to continue recording for these streams. So that is unfortunate. It is all right and all dandy, but I'm currently in Endwalker. I'm actually doing the role quest right now before I finish Endwalker, or base game Endwalker specifically. So I want you guys to please take care of yourselves. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, we do play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I love Final Fantasy 14. Very cool though. I hope you have a lovely stream. Thank you. And again, hello and welcome in, Sheep. I hope you're doing well. But thank you guys so much for spending time. I'm gonna go give you guys over to someone who I appreciate more than anybody, and also they are currently in post ARR, so go give them a little bit of love and appreciation. They are a new Warrior of Light, so go give them a little bit of kindness. They're also in Lamia right now, I see. So if you want to go give them some kindness, go do so. Okay, so we're gonna go give a little bit of a sprout raid over to them. I know that we didn't have a lot of people today because we are just having a chill Friday, but I appreciate you guys more than anything. And by the way, for community night tomorrow, we will be watching Full House, because I did promise we were going to watch an episode or two of Full House. But also we are going to be playing a lot of MGP or Gold Saucer events. So if you guys want to join us for the Gold Saucer runnings, then we can go do that together, and we can run around with our cute little otter backpacks, of course, as well. So please make sure you guys take it easy, take care of yourselves. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you. Give your warmest welcomes to Huchu. I love them dearly. They are an absolute sweetheart, so go give them some kindness and appreciation. Nodders. But yes, love you. So you guys, take it easy, and yeah, bye-bye! I'll see you guys tomorrow for community night in the Discord server, or on Monday for stream. I don't know what we're doing on Monday, but yeah, thumbs up. Bye bye.